Hi, this is Bharadwaj here, and today we are going to discuss an eRoom to SharePoint migration. Say if you have already decided that your new collaboration tool is going to be SharePoint and you want to use your eRoom data as well in the new environment, maybe migration of the data is one of the options. Now, in eRoom, you may archive the eRoom data into a custom archive folder and store it as a CD, DVD, or you may migrate it to the new SharePoint environment. So you need to work on a timeline and approach and select a tool in order to complete the migration process. Now there are number of tools available in the market. You can contact the specific migration tool vendors to discuss on what is their approach towards migration, what are the things they want to migrate and how they will migrate, and how much of timeline they will take to migrate. Now you need to decide on what are the no, eRooms you want to migrate. Say you have 1,000 eRooms and you are not interested in migrating all the 1,000 eRooms. Maybe you find out the most essential eRooms or highly important eRooms that you want to migrate. And in those eRooms also you need to decide whether all the objects, physical and non-physical objects, to be migrated or only physical objects. So those decisions will be part of your business decision making. Now once you select a tool, you know what your SharePoint environment is at the moment, what kind of structure it is, how sites and site collections are present, and accordingly you will have to map it to the eRoom structure, that is a community, facility and eRoom. Maybe your community and facility will map to a SharePoint top level site collection, and eRooms will map to a site where the actual data will reside. Now the general methodology that the tools will use is a kind of ETL, that is extract, transform and load. So the extractor will extract data from eRoom server, transform it to a SharePoint readable format and then load it to the SharePoint server. Okay, so we are not covering much into details of how these various modules of the tool and where they will be installed, but we are just trying to figure out the strategy. Say eRoom sizes, what kind of eRoom sizes we have. So the very important thing is you develop a POC, proof of concept, where you take say 10 or 20 eRooms as the first phase of migration, where you will decide how the migration process takes place, and after migration whether the testing is successful or not. This is going to give you a kind of go ahead or no with the migration project or maybe with the tool. So here you need to also talk to the vendor on the constraints, different constraints that may be imposed during the migration. Say size of the file in eRoom to that of SharePoint. Say a particular way the permission is going to behave, how the permissions are going to be mapped to SharePoint. Or a particular say survey announcement, are they going to be migrated or not. So these are the things you need to talk to the vendor and really try to see whether they are working as promised by the vendor during your POC development. After your POC is developed, you go through the testing phase, and in testing phase you do complete testing. So say after your 10 POC is over with 10 or 20 eRooms, then you make a decision whether to go ahead with the migration project or not. That's it. More on the technical aspects of migration we'll cover in our next sessions. Thank you so much.